We thought we got to put it together, and I knew we needed some soccer advice. I really hadn't played soccer; my kids had, and we started getting the highest level professional soccer that we knew, which was the Des Moines Menace and Drake University, which was Sean Holmes, to kind of give it to us. And then all of a sudden, I looked up and I saw in Sean a spark that said, this is worth trying.
At the time, I was the head coach at Drake University, Division I school in Des Moines, Iowa, and Terry Rich started recruiting people, and a guy called a guy who called me and said, would you be interested? And I'm Canadian, so hockey background. I once almost played pro indoor soccer. Didn't quite make the grade. Terry bribed me. I think we had free donuts at the first meeting, so I said, for donuts, I will come.
I was part of the rule making and part of some of the setups, and Terry came to us originally and he said that he had ideas. Some were way off track and we kind of reined it in a bit. Some we kind of massaged to make it work.
So we got people together, and then we got all our friends, like everybody does, to say, let's try this deal.
Welcome back to Soccer Slam.
That was just to see if the rules we were putting together would work, because we were just meeting in Terry's office with, about 6 people, writing the rules and figuring this out. And we were like, well, let's just play it, see if it works. Got a little truck out and some guys and just kind of said, let's test this.
Larry Morgan I knew from doing broadcast sports.
So I'm Larry Morgan, and hard to believe I've been broadcasting sports for over 50 years. I think I told him at the time, Terry, I know absolutely nothing about soccer. And of course, there's no obstacle that Terry can't overcome. So he said, well, that's not going to be a problem. And it turned out it wasn't.
Ozzie was the pro coach for our kids, and
Gary Isles was known across the U.S. and in England for his soccer style and abilities.
we just got them together, and we thought, when first time, yeah, this works pretty good.
There is their main guy, Ozzie White, on the pass.
For those of us that have played before, it was a natural thing just to try and play. For a lot of local soccer personalities, so we made it pretty competitive too, because we were competing against guys who we coached against or played against, and for us it was just another game of football with all of this action going on around us. You know, we were trying to think of ways to cheat so that we could score more goals. So that was fun as well.
From behind all night. Oh, did you see that?
And then of course, you know, you'd trip somebody that maybe you had in your little black book for a couple of years, and it was your moment to be able to go and get them and rake your studs down their shin or just give them a little trip up. And
I was Ozzie's boss, yes. I mean, I don't know if Ozzie thought that.
And not even help them up because there was too much action going on.
Free-for-all is broken out. Look at that, even the ball girl's involved, Ian.
Absolutely incredible. In fact, I haven't seen anything like it since I was over in London about 1978. The entire crowd came out in the field, absolute bedlam.
So I remember Ian Fitz the most, and how can you forget him?
Spectacular bicycle kick, wow!
And one of those that Liz always recommended, because the guy's talented, was Steve Barry.
When Terry calls, you pick up the phone. That's just it. Otherwise, you'll never work in this town.
Paul, you may even have a little special number for us later, right?
I'll see what I can do. I'll ask the band.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
And he says, hey, I've got this harebrained idea for this new type of soccer. We're looking for someone to do some color commentary for this pilot. I said, well, all right, you can count me in.
This is Larry Morgan with world-renowned soccer expert Ian Fitz.
I said, well, I'm gonna step up a little bit, and I'm gonna make it look really legit, like you've got this guy in from Australia who really knows the game.
He knocked Ozzie down. He may get a little perturbed about that.
He wasn't there for the soccer, he was there for the chicks.
For you folks who've just joined us, here's a little brief description of some of the rules of the game.
Having been a referee for years, I was the guy who formalized the rules, but with input from, several people.
It was fertile imagination time, and often was done over a couple of beers too.
First of all, you've got bonus scoring shots. You've got hoop goal for 3 points and goal shot from beyond the arc, count double.
I did skills testing for adults. Best one gets a gold medal, all that kind of stuff. I put X's in the corners of the goal. And if you hit an X...
So, Larry, those hoop shots are so important because they do count for more.
You got more points than just putting into the goal.
Oh, suddenly, boom, there it is!
Wow!
Freeman kicks it right in.
The NFL does everything every year to make the game more exciting. So I thought anything that helps us score more goals, why not? People want to see 14-13 more than they want 1-0.
Now, you've got use of closed fist.
Using the fist, move the ball quicker. Instead of a ball flying over where you couldn't do anything, you could get up there and knock it down, and it made the action go back and forth quicker.
Being a purist, being a traditionalist is, only the goalkeepers should be allowed to use their hands. So that was a little bit different for me, a little bit of a stretch.
Boom! Hands. Beautiful. Adds a nice new dimension.
What sick place did Terry pull this one from? Here's a game that's really nice and you don't use your hands. What if we punch the ball?
Once again, this is full contact.
The style of play was totally hockey. I mean, I feel like a couple sports were merging together for this.
Oh my! Oh, what happened there? Did you see that? Incredible move by Ozzy White.
America likes violence, and they like tough sports and rough sports.
Co-ed teams for combined scores.
And I was looking back, and we were talking about having women involved, and I think it got just too complicated to try to put the women players in with the men playing.
In the last 2 minutes of each half, a slam ball is put in play as a second ball.
Blue turf, and then just like strange outfits and stuff. I mean, yeah, but you got to start somewhere. Then we just went back to our meetings and started doing a press release.
I think the microphone. Simon? Okay, we're going to put the phone down and then we'll have you ask questions afterwards. Here we go. Well, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Terry Rich, and on behalf of the World Championship Soccer League, we're pleased to announce a new game of soccer for the next millennium. It's called Soccer Slam.
Imagine starting from scratch just to come up with a promotion to try to sell a game that didn't exist.
Soccer Slam is a fast-moving, full-contact.
So our company is really focused on helping industries that are high risk. We do a lot of work in the nuclear industry.
It's a game of talent, action, and speed.
We were doing nuclear drills, talking about how do you discuss radiation without making it sound scary.
And most of all, it's going to be a lot of fun.
And then Terry and Liz were like, hey, what about Soccer Slam? And we're like, great.
We believe Soccer Slam will be the game the entire family will want to see.
I think the media was saying, are you kidding me? We had a fair turnout, not a great turnout.
And we probably had like maybe 5 people, I don't know. But Terry, he put it up on satellite, so anybody could take it down.
By the way, this is the slam ball.
Terry's a barker, a sideshow person at a carnival, and so he can promote anything and market it.
We think we have as high a broadcast quality and excitement in a game, plus an event you can get anywhere.